Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 34, season 34 of the Los Angeles Lakers Flashback rebuild. Can you believe it? Can you actually believe it's episode 34? And last episode, spoiler alert, we got back to the finals and we won the NBA championship for the first time in 2 seasons, actually 3 seasons, because we had 2 years, the past 2 episodes before last episode, where we got to the conference finals and were beaten by the Dallas Mavericks. Luckily, we didn't have to play the Mavericks this year, and we were able to get back to the finals and get revenge on the Boston Celtics, who I think, if I'm not, actually, I might have my history mixed up. Let me go back to this and find out what exactly the history is. So I did have my history mixed up. So 4 episodes ago, we got back to the Western Conference Finals, got beat by the Mavericks. Then an episode after that, we got back to the Western Conference Finals, got beat by the Mavericks again. Then the Mavericks won the championship that year. Then last episode, we got finally through the Western Conference Finals, back to the finals, and lost in 7 to the Celtics. And then very last episode, episode 33, we got back to the finals again for the second straight year and beat the Celtics in 5. And Kevin Garnett was the finals MVP. That is the history of the series so far, the past couple of episodes. And this team is looking good. At least the starting 5 is looking good. We got Magic here, who's probably on his last legs. Maybe not in terms of retiring. Maybe he might stay around a couple more years. But he's on his last legs as a starter. He's 87 overall. He's probably going to drop in the offseason. And we've got D'Angelo Russell, who's waiting in the wings. Had a really good season off the bench. So he's just waiting here. We've got Devin Booker, who's finally coming into his own. Andrew Wiggins also coming into his own. Obviously, we got KG, who's a true 99 now. Absolute beast. Back-to-back MVP these 2 seasons, which is weird. You'd think he would have won it one of these seasons where he scored like 20. But no, he's back-to-back MVP these 2 seasons. Finals MVP last episode. He's starting to build his resume. We also got Joel Embiid, who's having a really, really good career so far. Had his best season so far last episode. Kristaps Porzingis is also here. He bumped up his scoring from last season. Then we talked about D'Angelo Russell. We got Baron Davis still. Elton Brand is going to get some minutes. Jabari Parker is going to get some minutes. And Jordan Clarkson and Josh Smith, who we just drafted last episode, is going to get minutes. And maybe Sean Marion. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But we also have Courtney Lee and Emeka Okafor on the bench as reserves. I'm only giving Sean Marion some minutes because I like Sean Marion. I feel like he could be a good player for us. You never really know what can happen. We've been hit with the injury bug for a few seasons now, so you never know what's gonna pop up on us. But that is everything that we need to talk about, except for the most important part of every episode of this series. We got to find out what the draft class we're going to be spinning for is. 3, 2, 1, let's not waste any more time. Spin that wheel. What is the draft class? It's going to be a modern one, super modern, 2019. And if you're not sure, you can't think of who the 2019 draft class is, that is a certain Zion Williamson and Ja Morant. Yeah, Ja Rule Morant is in this draft class. No, not the crap. I clicked the top draft class because I was just pressing through. But it's Zion, it's Ja Morant, it's so many good players in this class that are super, super good, super, super young. I'm happy that we're actually getting a real modern one. We haven't really gotten a modern one for a while, like a super modern one. And this is no, not that one. Oh my God. Why do I suck so much? I wanted the one right above it, but I pressed it too far. Okay, we'll go back to it. We'll search for 2019. I think I have 2023 maybe on the wheel. I'm not 100% sure. I wanted this one. All right, here we go. Let's see who it is. Ja Morant's the number 1 overall prospect. Then you got Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Jarrett Culver, Kobe White, Tyler Hero, Jackson Hayes, DeAndre Hunter. You guys know who's in this class. There's Bol Bol. You know who's in this class. This class just came out. They were just in it. In the end, they're just a few years ago, actually. So this is the class that we're going to go with. Looks like a really, really solid class. Very, very excited to get to use these guys. The big boys are here, obviously, the main 2, Ja Morant, Zion. Do we go for a guy like Ja Morant or Zion? Having a guy like Ja Morant on the team would not hurt. But also having a guy like Zion wouldn't hurt, that's for sure. Maybe we go and trade. We could trade Kristaps, although that wouldn't really make much sense. We'd have to trade Kevin Garnett, and I don't know if I want to do that or not. I guess what we could do is we could trade Jabari Parker and trade Josh Smith in the offseason, draft Zion, and then just have him as the backup for a couple of years, and then maybe move on Kevin Garnett afterwards. I guess that could be a possibility. We could also move D'Angelo Russell maybe, or move Baron Davis. I don't really know. We'll have to decide that in the offseason. It's time to simulate to February 7th, it looks like, which is the All-Star Draft. I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys do go on to enjoy this episode. If you do, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get to it. Here we are at the All-Star Draft, and our team is first in the conference again, 48-6. So yeah, we're getting too good again. It looks like we're back on the track of absolutely pure dominance in the series. Devin Booker dropping almost 21 points per game. Now, you got to keep in mind that Kevin Garnett, you probably don't know this because I didn't show it, but he was injured for a couple weeks during the season. He twisted his knee. So Devin Booker has picked up the slack, and he looks like he's keeping that pace even when Kevin Garnett's in the starting rotation. So Devin Booker is heating up. Kevin Garnett with 18 points and 11.5 rebounds. Andrew Wiggins putting up some good points. See, look at this. D'Angelo Russell, now he's probably gotten a lot of starting minutes because Magic Johnson got hurt. But, I mean, still, off the bench, D'Angelo Russell killing the game. I appreciate it. Kristaps is hurt, but he's got some good numbers. Joel Embiid's got some good numbers. Magic doesn't really have that many good numbers, but, I mean, he's Magic Johnson, and he's 35 years old. Baron Davis, Jabari Parker, Elton Brand's getting good minutes. Okay. We got some good players on this team. Let's go to the league leaders. Reggie Miller, again, is absolutely torching the league. Wow, Reggie Miller's killing it. 31.3 points per game. That's amazing. He's got Derrick Rose by a fat margin. That is insane, the amount of points that Reggie Miller's putting up over everybody else. Team Manu, team Kevin Garnett. This is like the third straight year it's Kevin Garnett's all-star team, and it's Manu Ginobili. That's a weird one for all-star captain. But Kevin Garnett drafts Russell Westbrook, Ben Simmons, David Robinson, Devin Booker, Derrick Rose, Kareem, Brandon Ingram, Giannis, DeJounte Murray, and Tony McDyess, George Hill. And then Team Manu, he drafts Dr. J, Wayne Embry, Fred Brown, Elgin Baylor, Bill Russell, Artis Gilmore, Hal Greer, Reggie Miller for the first time, Cat, Kevin Love, and D'Angelo Russell peeking his head out over there. So we got 3 all-stars, 2 starters, and a reserve. We got Kevin Garnett, Devin Booker, D'Angelo Russell. I'd say that's a pretty solid first half of the season. And obviously, you guys remember Wayne Embry absolutely killing the game with his stat line that he put up at the end of the season. I don't know how he didn't win MVP. But now we simulate to the end of the season. Let's see what happens. The streak ends with David Robinson. He beats Kevin Garnett out for the MVP. First MVP of his career, David Robinson. I don't know how Reggie Miller didn't get it. You know what? I might give it to Reggie Miller just because he put up 30 points per game. I know the reason why David Robinson gets the MVP because he put up a lot of rebounds, and 2K loves that, but I think I'm going to override this and give it to Reggie Miller. He put up 30 points per game. It's about time Reggie Miller deserves an MVP. He shot 91% from the free throw line. Executive decision. Dwight Howard wins Rookie of the Year. Christian Wood is the 6th man of the year. David Robinson, see, he gets an award anyway. He gets Defensive Player of the Year. Good for David Robinson. Scottie Pippen is the most improved player. Okay. And Lily Sims, again, is the Coach of the Year on our team. 74-8. Last season, she became the first female head coach to win a Larry O'Brien trophy. All-NBA first team. Manu Ginobili had a really good season. 23 points, 9 assists, basically 10 assists. Really good season. Reggie Miller, Dr. J, Kevin Garnett, David Robinson. Second team is Westbrook, Rose, Pippen, Simmons, Jokic. Third team is DeJounte Murray, Anthony Edwards, Elgin. Anthony Edwards, at 36-year-old, still making All-NBA teams. Good for him. Elgin Baylor and Tony McDyess, Cat. Defensive teams, Westbrook, Chalmers, Garnett, Ibaka, Robinson, Greer, Casey Jones, Giannis, Dr. J, Bill Russell. Here's the rookie first team, rookie second team, and now we move on to the playoffs, which we got to take a look at the stats. So Devin Booker continued his great season. He should have won Most Improved Player. 21 points per game, 6 assists, shot 94% from the free throw line, shot 46% from the three-point line, 51% from the field. Amazing season for him. And D'Angelo Russell passed Kevin Garnett. Yeah, it's definitely time for D'Angelo to be starting point guard. Magic just isn't getting it done like Russ is. Deloading, baby. Ice in the veins. Kevin Garnett had a really good season, even though he didn't win MVP. Still a solid season. Really, really good. Andrew Wiggins had a good season. Embiid, even though he's hurt, had a good season. Kristaps had a good season. Everybody played really well. It looks like we're going to be on track to win another championship. But we saw these league leaders. See, 30 points per game, you can't deny that Reggie Miller wasn't deserving of the MVP. I mean, David Robinson put up 50 rebounds a game, but, I mean, is he scoring 30 points per game? No. If he would have scored maybe like 28, 29 points per game, I would have gave it to him. But he only put up 23. So, I mean, I value the points more than the rebounds. Derrick Rose played well. Anthony Edwards, top 4 in scoring at 36 years old. He is an absolute Hall of Famer. First ballot. And Manu's having a really good career to start his career. Averaging 23 even both seasons. Good for Manu. Who we playing in the first round? We're taking on Dwight Howard in the Golden State Warriors. They also have Goran Dragic, Rolando Blackman, Devion George, Theodore Sims, and then Dwight. They also have DeJounte Murray, but he must be hurt or something. I don't know why he's not playing, but we are going to hopefully get through these guys in 4 games. I wouldn't expect it to be much of a challenge, especially with Kevin Garnett and Devin Booker. We do get right to the second round. We're taking on the Thunder. Who do the Thunder have? They have Jamal Murray, who's had a really good season last year, but didn't have a good season this year, or at least not as good. Stacey Augmon, Luke Mbamute, Tom Chambers, and Bill Russell. Okay, I think we're better than this team. Obviously, we're better than this team, too, but you never know how things can happen. But it looks like we are going to just go right through both of them, and we move on to the Western Conference Finals to take on the Sacramento Kings and Elgin Baylor. But they also have Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart, Andrei Karolinko, and Karl-Anthony Towns. This is a decent team. This is probably going to be our most challenging matchup so far. But as of right now, we haven't lost a single game in this playoff run. And I can't remember. It's been a long time, but I can't remember if we've ever gone undefeated in the postseason. I think we've lost at least one game in every postseason run. But we're taking on the Bulls. Where are the Celtics at? The Celtics didn't even make the playoffs. That's crazy. Back-to-back years in the finals. They don't even make the playoffs this year? Who's on the Chicago Bulls? They have DJ Patrick, Alex Miles, Patrick Williams, Michael Beasley, Jokic. So Jokic is hard carrying the Chicago Bulls to the NBA Finals. But we are clearly better than this team. And actually, they took a game from us. We took the second game, the third game. Okay, so they had to ruin our streak. But we do take the next 3 games. And I'm assuming the 4th game as well. Or the 5th game, I should say, because it is game 5. And we're back in Los Angeles. We lost that game on purpose. We lost game 1 on purpose so that we could end up doing the gentleman's sweep and getting back to the Staples Center where we could clinch and win the championship in front of our home fans. 143-101. We're gonna jump in, and I'll play because it's not gonna affect the outcome of the game if I'm playing instead of the CPU. So I don't know why this Bulls team made it to the finals. I mean, Jokic is amazing. We know that. But this team, other than Jokic, I mean, they got Patrick Williams. He's fine, I guess. But they're trying to go up against Kevin Garnett, the 2-time MVP. I don't think so. I don't really see the appeal of this Bulls team. I mean, they're fine. They're nothing special. Joel Embiid, go post up on him. Yeah, no shot. You're blocking Joel. 145-101. We're going to win another championship back-to-back. I'm excited to get to this draft, the 2019 draft, and see what we're going to do here. Mark Aguirre, I don't know why I said it like that. Mark Aguirre actually scored on Kevin Garnett. All right, watch this. I'm going to hit a nasty 3 with D-Book. Ooh. Oh, no, I didn't release it well. All right, I'm not going to hit a nasty 3 with him, but we do win another championship. I don't even know how many this is as an organization now in this series alone. It's got to be, what, like 16 or 17 maybe? Something like that. We won a lot because we had that big stretch where we won like 12 in a row just recently. So plus I think we won like 3 before that, so that would make it like 15, and then we won 2 now in a row. So it's got to be like 17 championships in this series. It's got to be something along those lines. Kevin Garnett probably going to be back-to-back finals MVP, just adding to his legacy, trying to establish himself as one of the greatest of all time. And Andrew Wiggins, Baron Davis, and who is that over there? Is that Emeka Okafor maybe? They're not even. Oh, now they're reacting. They weren't even reacting when the initial buzzer went off. That's funny. Now they react. I don't know how this Bulls team got here. I'm a little surprised. I mean, Jokic is just that guy, I guess. Only 89 overall, too. But he seems to be that guy. Is anybody going to beat the amount of rings that Giannis has? I mean, Magic's probably close. Magic might have more, actually, because he was a part of all 12. So he might have more than Giannis. Yep, Lily Sims gets to hold up another back-to-back for her. Coaching some of the greatest teams of all time. Who's going to be Finals MVP? My guess is Kevin Garnett. That's what I'm assuming. Yep, back-to-back for Kevin Garnett, too, the big ticket. Inching closer to that GOAT status with Giannis. It's going to be hard to take what Giannis has, because Giannis has got Defensive Player of the Years, too. So it's going to be hard to take away from him. 25, 15, 6 in Game 5. Great performance. Devin Booker had 16 and 10. Magic had 16 and 11. D'Angelo Russell had 12 and 13. Jeez. Crazy assist numbers in this game. We were just sharing the ball all around. But we win another championship. Kevin Garnett is the Finals MVP. And this Bulls team goes down to us. Nobody is good enough to keep up with us. All right, retirement class. Trae Young. We'll call it a career. Is he a Hall of Famer? He certainly put up Hall of Fame worthy numbers, Hall of Fame worthy averages. But what did he do in terms of awards? 7-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA third team. Is that good enough? That's probably on the edge. Knowing 2K, it's probably not good enough. But maybe his scoring is going to get him over the line. Devin Vassell. Did we ever have Devin? I think we had Devin Vassell, right? Did we not? No, we didn't have. I thought we might have had him. I don't think he did anything much. I don't remember ever saying his name. He was an NBA champion in 2052. What was that? What team was he on? He was on the Philadelphia 76ers. No, Dallas Mavericks. He was on the Dallas Mavericks the year that they beat us in the Western Conference Finals. So good for them. He got a championship. Isaac Okoro, probably not going to do anything in terms of Hall of Fame. He won an all-rookie second team. It doesn't look like we're going to have any Hall of Famers, I'd say, in this class, if I was being brutally honest. I don't think any of these guys' careers are good enough. Sidney Moncrief, maybe? He won a championship in 2049. Other than that, 5-time All-Star. It's a good career. Is it good enough to get into Hall of Fame? There goes Pascal. He was a 6-time champion because we just had him on our bench forever. But is Pascal good enough to... His career numbers are just not good. Is he good enough to get into the Hall of Fame? I don't know if we're going to have any... It looks like we have at least one person getting in. It's going to be Trae Young. I wasn't sure. I said he was on the edge, but it looks like he is going to get there. Good career for Trae Young, and he gets into the Hall of Fame. Good for him. No jersey retirement, though. Draft lottery time. And it looks like we don't have any picks in the lottery for the first time in a long time. We have the 16th pick, the 20th pick, the 24th pick, and the 29th pick. Wow, that's like the first time in forever that we don't have a lottery pick. At least like the odds to have a lottery pick. That's crazy. That's actually wild. I can't remember the last time we didn't have a lottery pick. I don't even know if it's ever happened before where we didn't have a lottery pick. Now, this is the interesting part. This is where we try and figure out what we want to do with this team. Because we already are so good. And we're going to have to get a little bit worse to kind of even it out. So we're going to trade Josh Smith. I do like Josh Smith, but if we're going to try and bring in Giannis, or actually we could trade for Giannis. Is that what that said? Yeah, we could trade for... He's 36. We could bring him back. It looks like Josh Smith is too good to get just draft picks. What about Jabari Parker? Jabari Parker. We're going to have to build our own trades if we want to trade for draft picks. So let's propose a trade. We will throw out Jabari Parker. We'll go for a team that's usually pretty bad, I guess. What's a team that needs a power forward? Because I'd like to see Jabari actually get some minutes. And it looks like the Bucks. The Bucks need a power forward. So we'll go in here. Oh, no, it's the 76ers. Here we go. So we'll ask for the 2057 first-round pick, and we'll ask for the 2058 first-round pick. That's enough for Jabari. So 2 extra first-round picks to go into those years. That's pretty good. There goes Jabari. Now we will trade... Who else are we trading? We're trading Josh Smith. Although Josh Smith has got a lot of value. If we go for Zion, is it worth it? It's worth it. It's Zion Williams. Of course it's freaking worth it. 76ers, Josh Smith for Zion. We're going to have to throw in some of these first-round picks that we have this year. They're not really valuable. So we'll just have to throw in a 2058 first-round pick from us. And we'll have to throw in a 2059 first-round pick from us. And that gets it done. So we have the number 1 overall pick now. We'll take Zion with that. And is there anybody else that I need to trade? We got to bring back D'Angelo Russell. We got to bring back Porzingis. Maybe to trade him. Got to bring back Booker. Got to bring back Baron Davis. Probably Elton Brand too. A lot of guys we just got to bring back. So let's go to the NBA draft. I probably should have traded that other pick that we have. But it doesn't matter because we're going to take... Oh, the Grizzlies could get Ja. That's pretty good. But we're going to take Zion. Number 1 overall pick. Keep it realistic and have Zion go number 1. So we'll have him. Ja's going to go back to the Grizzlies just like in real life. RJ Barrett's going to go to the Nuggets. Cam Reddish is going to go to the Nets. 1 pick before the Hawks. I'm going to pause the draft here and do a trade. We're going to trade number 16 for some first-round picks in a few seasons. So we'll go to the Hornets, I guess. We'll take that pick, and we'll take 2059. They want a counteroffer. They want Portland 2056. I don't really want that. But I will give you the Lakers' second-round pick in Indianapolis 2055. I'll give you, yeah, I'll give the 2055 pick. You can have that. Oh, now they want a counter off. Of course you do. Just accept this. Oh, I don't want 2055. You can keep that. But I'll take 2058 if you want to give it to me. You're not interested in the trade? Of course you are. Come on. Of course you're interested in the trade. I have so many first round picks. What do we do with here? I'll give you the Trailblaze. That's got some decent value to it. But they're not interested in the trade? Come on. You know you want to. There's that pick. Okay, this is a trade I can do. 2057, 58, and 59, and then they had to add it themselves. All right, so perfect. We trade away that pick. I don't think we have any other trade. Do we have any picks? Picks? No, we traded them all away. All right, perfect. Perfect. Sim to the end of the draft. We drafted Zion. He's an 81 overall. John Morant's a 79. RJ Barrett's 75. Pascal's a 79. Eric Pascal is 79 overall. Good for him. Good for him. We're going to sign Zion, obviously. Team player options. We will offer them, everybody to them. Westbrook probably going to move to another team. That's crazy. We'll offer the qualifying extension to those guys. What's Westbrook's biggest offer? The Clippers. He's just moving around like crazy. All right, we got restricted on all three of those guys, so that's not a big deal. But Courtney Lee don't have to bring back, so let's just keep simulating and see. Wait till somebody offers him a contract. They do. We'll match those contracts. No big deal. Kristaps gets offered, so we'll match that as well. And now we move into free agency, actual free agency. And this is what the roster's looking like. So we got Russell, Magic, and Baron Davis. And Russell will be the starting point guard now. Then we got Booker and Clarkson, Wiggins and Marion, Garnett and Williamson. But we've got a log jam at center now. And I could use either a shooting guard or a small forward backup. So we are going to trade Elton Brand. Let's trade Elton Brand for some draft picks. And then we will... Actually, would he work in the trade finder? And then we'll go and sign a free agent guard/wing. So is he going to get offered 2 draft picks? Nope, he's not. So we'll have to go make our own trade. Propose trade, pick a player. And let's go get Elton Brand. And then hopefully he can go and be like super good on a team. Who needs a center? The 76ers could use one. The Cavs certainly need one, that's for sure. So we'll trade him to the Cavs. The Cavs, you give me 2056. You give me 2057. You give me 2058. And you give me 2059. And we call it a deal. You're not interested in the trade? All right, I'll take away 2059. How about that? I'm not going to take away all 3 of those. I'd rather have those picks. So you can have this Hornets 2058 pick. There we go. So we got 3 picks. We gave away 1, but we have a lot of first-round picks again. And Elton Brand gets to go to a cool team, so that needs him. Let's go to shooting guard or small forward. Who do I value more? Probably shooting guard. Or maybe small forward. Somebody that can play both, I guess. So let's look for somebody that can play both positions. Courtney Lee can do that, but I don't really want Courtney Lee, I guess we could just bring him back. It's not like a huge deal. It's not a big deal. Fred Hoiberg. Nikhil Alexander-Walker. He plays point guard, though. Taylor Horton-Tucker? Let's bring in Taylor Horton-Tucker. I'm sure nobody will match it, and they don't. So we bring in Taylor Horton-Tucker. He will play shooting guard / small forward. Back on the Lakers. All right. I'm happy with that free agency period. We will go to player progression and see how this team looks. Kevin Garnett is still a true 99. Embiid is a 94. Booker's a 92. Russell's an 89. Porzingis 89. Baron Davis is up 5 to an 88. Wiggins is an 88. Magic is starting to decline a little bit more, but we knew that. Zion's an 81. Marion's an 80. Emeka Okafor's a 78. All right, I'm happy with how that player progression is. I'm shocked that Baron Davis went up that much. That's crazy how much he went up. But it's time to advance to the next season. And I think you know what it's about to do. We are looking real crispy for next season. This is what the rotation will look like. Russell, Booker, Wiggins, Garnett, and Embiid. Still an elite starting 5. Then you got Porzingis off the bench with Baron Davis. Then Magic, then Zion. And it looks like they want to stop it at Marion. I'd rather have Magic not get like a ton of minutes. But I want Marion to get a little bit of minutes. Now for the future, we're probably going to have to trade Wiggins. We're probably going to have to trade one of Embiid or Porzingis. We're going to have to trade Russell or Baron Davis. Either one of those guys. I'm probably going to keep Booker. I'll keep Kevin Garnett as like my 2 stalwarts to build around. Then we obviously have Zion. I can move Kevin Garnett to center if I need to. But we're probably going to have to trade Kevin Garnett pretty soon. He's getting a little too good. And he certainly needs those numbers. I mean, he's got good scoring numbers, but he's going to need those like 29, 27 points per game averages to boost him up over Giannis, because he's got 2 MVPs, 6 championships, 2 finals MVPs, 6 all-star appearances. He's got all defensive first team 5 times, all NBA first team 4 times. He's got a really good career, really good award history, but not as good as Giannis. Not yet, at least. Giannis is just a different animal, man. He had such a good career. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. We got back to the mountaintop again for the 2nd straight season. And we got a pretty modern draft class, so that was pretty interesting. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. If you want to see any more videos, I've got my main channel linked down below, and I've got the 3rd channel linked down below, which is Juice Baseball. If you want to go check out some MLB The Show content, that is all that channel is about. The main channel is all about Madden. It's all about fun stuff. Throwback Thursday. I've got some MLB The Show on that channel too, but mostly Madden and NFL content on that channel. So go check it out if you want to. But if you want to stay here with the 2K content on the World Juice Hoops channel, feel free. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.